So this is a Parting Gust build of blue-white energy. Volatile Stormdrake, and okay, wait, hold on. This. Okay, so you're comboing Stormdrake with Parting Gust. Okay, so I mean, I've seen Doom do this with return target creature you own to your hand. I like that Parting Gust works with it too. 4 Parting Gust is a lot. But I think you've met the requirements, which is good news. I think I'm going to go in green here. I think deck looks nice. I think you need to play 4 Static Prisons, though. Also, 0 copies of Ephemerate is probably incorrect. Maybe it's fine. Just Parting Gust is your Ephemerate. It is a bit better in this deck. Oh, and you have Parting Gust as also access removal. Yeah, maybe it's just good. I like the main deck White Orchid Phantoms. You could probably cut 1 White Orchid Phantom for the 3rd Static Prison. Sideboard looks good. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah. I don't think you need to be that worried about mill. I probably wouldn't play the Emrakul, but I think it looks good. Don't really have notes. Very fun. Good luck to you. There's have salty. Yeah, you don't need the Static Prisons. You're good. You're good. Should I land or 2? They had 22 lands. That's, I think, plenty. If it was less than 20, 22 is, I think, the right number. You might have missed like the Witch Enchanter. Name red here. Okay, let's not traverse just for my mountain here. Would Poor Mage be good in that blue-white deck? Poor Mage like needs a little bit more flicker synergy. A little bit too far away. I have definitely been loving Mockingbird and Jeskai Energy. I think that card is really, really, really good in that archetype. Opponent deep in the tank here. Hope this doesn't mean they're like doing Underworld Breach math, seeing if they can kill me with the mutagenic growth. Yeah, I heard Mockingbird was seeing some legacy play too. That card is really good. That card is really good. I do think it's very funny. Like Mockingbird would have been like probably unplayable modern card pre MH3, and they printed so many cards that are just nuts with Mockingbird. Yeah, I see a lot of people talking about Mockingbird and like Dimir, Murktide, Frogless, but what's so funny to me is like your Mockingbird is at its best in the energy matchup because then you get to copy the good cards. You get to copy Amped Raptor and Guide of Souls. Okay, so they hit a Soulscar Mage off their expressive iteration. Yeah, Rumble is so nice. 15. We need that in the yard. Woodland helps. I'm going to try Surveilling here. Been brewing and playtesting Madcap Eldrazi. Sure, I can take a look. Okay, there's almost no chance you have room for Abstergo Entertainment. I gotta play the 4th Carblusion Forest instead. I wasn't like really impressed with Chrysalis when I played it, but I didn't play a lot of it. It's probably okay. Yeah, I mean, I really feel like a lot of people who are playing the shell, so they didn't like Linebreaker very much. The Linebreaker just is so much better on the mana curve, and it also like makes your Madcap experiments much more powerful. So I have a hard time envisioning playing this archetype without that card, but I would play it over the Chrysalises. Yeah, it seems fine. I also don't know that this is definitely a very good Rumble deck. Rumble's okay. Oh, any play pattern enjoyers in the chat? Okay. Just going to cast this one too. Another copy of Fable. Kind of weird to... I guess we're going to have one more type towards Deliria. We have Delirium if we cast Traverse. Chris is better Thought on Seer and testing. Shamana's good. I didn't even realize we weren't playing Thought on Seer. I don't know. Chrysalis is probably better than Thought on Seer against Energy, and it's probably worse against other Tron, other combo. It's probably not very complicated at all. So we're hoping to draw a Seasoned Pyromancer, I guess. That would get there. No. Like Thought Seer is such a big deal for the Eldrazi decks. You were so much weaker to combo decks without it. But I don't know. I don't feel super strongly either. Socratic with 11 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Appreciate you. Play patterns. They were ready. They were ready for the play patterns. You know, I don't know if this has ever happened to me. Maybe once. They were ready. Could definitely say Chrysalis is better for much worse than for ones. Yeah, that seems pretty clear. 8, 11 damage. I'm not... I guess I am dead to the dart because of the ring damage. No trophy last round. Got a little bit flooded game 2. And they also had double Labyrinth into turn 2 ring. Can't even draw... I guess I could draw a Seed of Hope. Okay. Dead to that one. Down again. Shout out Bone Crusher Giant. I think we're just running it back at this matchup. Don't need the mites. Probably. Yeah, the main deck Bone Crusher is looking good. So I've been a little stuck, but I really want to play the links, the one that says players can't gain life, damage equal to number of non-basic lands on ETB, damage can be prevented. I want to play that card with Arena of Glory and like a big red deck really badly, and I'm having a hard time figuring out the shell. Like, for a little bit, I'm like, ooh, what if we played Ruby Medallion with Bone Crusher Giant? The Bone Crusher Giant with Ruby Medallion is kind of sick. It's kind of like how Goblin and Archimancer discounts both sides of Questing Druid. You get discount both sides of Bone Crusher Giant, and you get to really lean into the anti-ring stuff, but then Ruby Medallion's a little bit weird. I don't know, it's... And then, like, just kind of, you know, you're playing for Arena of Glory, so you want to maybe play Flage, but then do you just play Lynx and Boros Energy? Maybe you could. But, oh, no, sorry, so you don't want... So this is the line of thought, too. You don't want to play Lynx and Boros Energy because it turns off your Guide of Souls and your Ocelot Prides, so, like, it's just too big of a nombo in that deck, I think. It is a cat, though. I guess you could maybe play, like... No Guide, no Pride, Boros, but then your deck is worse because you're not playing Guide and Pride. And also playing a lot of basic lands is kind of optimal in your Lynx deck because you don't want to deal yourself too much damage. So I don't know. Kihira deck, yeah. So these have been my thoughts, but I'm hoping to Arena of Glory Lynx soon. It's also an Elemental. I think I've finally given up on the Emerald Medallion Landfall deck. I was trying to like Springheart Nantuko Risen Reef, and it was like really, really cool sometimes in testing, but it was just way too fragile and like just didn't actually end the game most of the time. Just like not quite doing enough. Yeah, the Omni Karn line is so you go Karn for Ancestral Statue, you make Infinite Swarm, just cast Ancestral Statue over and over again, and then you pick up the Karn with the statue, then you cast the Aetherflux Reservoir. Yeah, and Blood Moon's a bit awkward. I was thinking about playing Winter Moon. But you probably can't afford to play very many copies of Winter Moon. Okay, so I'm going to play this in case I find Spyro for next turn. is black-green Gorios with Woodland Worth. So we built black-green Persist, which I think is better than Gorios in that shell, because Archon is a bit better to copy with Woodlands. So we built, and that deck is pretty cool and good, and we played one league in the middle of a challenge and 4-1, and I never got back around to it. And I was looking at that deck a little bit over the weekend too. But I loved Fanatic of Ronus in that deck. The ability to yikes. The ability to like hardcast Archon and activate Woodland with Ronus was really nice. And then you also had like mill synergies with the Fanatic too. Piano, 44 months, they go come back. I don't like how long they tanked on presumably mutagenic growth here. If we find a Spyro, we're probably gonna win. Shout out to this Utopia Sprawl. Seasoned Pyromancer off the top. Okay. Well, are we dead? Would I cash grab to Gogari Woodland, or is there no room? It's like a little bit worse than that deck, but I was thinking about it. Not sure. I would strongly not recommend Mockingbird in Prowess. It's like you keep too many one creature hands in Prowess to like ever have Mockingbird be that one creature. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think once you play Shifting Woodland, it counts your types. We have 3 types, though, at the moment. Like, there's just too much redundancy to good prowess creatures for you to want to play Mockingbird. Like, Swiftspear is, Swiftspear and Show Off are really, really good, and or whatever, but it's ugh. Okay, dead to one more spell. Not doing very good if they... even if they don't have that. I'm alive. Yeah, we're missing out on our food token value. Honestly, food token would have been sick here. I have to cast this, I think. It's like playing Seasoned Pyromancer, or like not playing Seasoned Pyromancer and being scared of I also have to discard the ring for the extra blocker. But not playing this and being scared of removal spells doesn't matter because I'm dead to removal spell anyways. Or I guess Galvanic Discharge and Heat. I'm not. Draven, 30 months. Glad you're still liking the stream. Appreciate you. If we had drawn this last turn, we probably would. A little late. One card too deep. Do Rumble and Labyrinth upgrade your old mono green Emrakul deck? They did, and they upgraded that into the Flare of Cultivation deck that we played a bunch of. I like that deck a lot. I don't know. I think that deck's pretty good. All right, tank. Lightning Bolt you. 4-2 overall. But it was like weirdly close, I think, to having enough of a direction. Yeah, Volcanic Awakening. Bajent, 26 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Done any brewing on Sora? No, I know you mentioned the other day. Not really. I mean, there was that one deck. I think we've seen 2 different directions that other people have done that looks pretty cool. I haven't worked on it myself, no. You will resolve. Spyro, you're going to resolve. Yeah, Destroy Target Land Storm is quite the card, though. And it's like you're gonna be able to just blow up all their lands pretty often. And it would be really fun, but I do think it would just be mostly worse than regular Storm. Okay, so they played the Swamp before they played the Island. I'm gonna guess that they have main deck Harbinger, which is obviously not ideal for me. Oof, that was good for me though. So let me get my basic Mountain to play around the main deck Harbinger. Not that they definitely have it, but I've seen a lot of people lately having it. Could maybe keep the Griselbrand in our hand, but I think it's okay to discard. And if they do play it here, we can play the Ring and go from there. Beijing, 26 months. Spike your maniac. I try to be. Try to be. Yeah, but I have been thinking more about Sorin, but it is just like a pretty tall order. If I double block like this, I play around Bowmaster a little bit better. Oh, they also have the Flooded Strand. I think I'm okay with like this. It's kind of a tall order though, because to like be all in on Sorin is like a combo. The card is just a little too fragile. Yeah, we 4-1 the first league loss playing for a trophy. Oh no, I don't have I can't get a land in the yard here. So why don't we crack this fetch? So if they don't counter my ring, I can still have Delirium for next turn. Oh, sorry, I looked at my yard and I saw 3 types, and I saw for some reason I just didn't see this Wooded Foothills. I guess they'll go Rumble into Delirium next turn though. Sorry, I just missaid Wooded Foothills. Sorin seems good in Amalia combo. Yeah, I think we played Amalia Sam combo with Sorin, right? Do you think a fair rock deck can work in Modern nowadays? Yeah, I mean, I think Jund Saga is like some people do well with that deck, and I think it's fine. I'm also interested in like messing around with the archetype some, and I haven't really like found a good, like, we played a Jund list that we did really bad with. Although we did play Jund Nightmare with Ruination Rider, and that deck did go pretty well actually. That deck did go pretty well actually. I think we played 1 league in 4-1. I think we played 1 league 4-1, lost a round, and just went to the next deck. So Spell Pierce is now live. Okay. Sure. Green Black Rock with White of the Reliquary and Spring Heart and Nentuko is good when I played it. That's a pretty interesting combo. I do like White of the Reliquary. I want to play some more of that card for sure. Sorin, Ingorios, Griselbrand, Nourishing Shoal, Soul Spike. I've been thinking about that some too, yeah. But it seems worse than Espergorios the Traxa. It's just like so many moving pieces, so many bricks in your deck, when you could just, get a Traxa going and win the game that way. So I'm going to have to draw a card for my draw step. 4 cards off Fables, 3 cards off the Ring. And it's game 1, so like maybe they've got a main deck Cling to Dust. I can even play around it, I think, by attacking with my Shamans first and having the ability to double activate. Good for us. Also, they didn't have a Bowmaster. Not great for us that we only drew 1 relevant card in the top 5, but we have, the Ring, we have Cash Grab, got a lot going on. Mono Green Stompy with Black Splash for Culling Ritual. I did not see that. I'd take a look if you linked it. Alright, so I can play around Cling to Dust now. The second Woodland activation. They like tapped mana then untapped, so I'm like a little bit thinking that they have Bowmaster, they just didn't respond to my Fables for some reason. So I'm just gonna cast this first. Not that it should matter a lot. Hair run free too. Okay, drown. I can also copy the Griselbrand, so I don't need to worry too much. So let's just get a real Omniscience into play. Okay, you didn't want to counter that one, I think. So my Griselbrand is in the yard. I could Woodland it. I'm just going to go ahead and cast a Spyro first. Maybe wasting a little bit too much time. It's okay. Just want to get pro everything, although I guess they don't even have Bowmaster mana available anymore. I'm just going to turn my land into a Griselbrand if that's okay with you. So we could do the Ancestral Statue loop, but with Griselbrand in play, I think you just grab Reservoir and just cast a bunch of spells. At least that's how I've been doing it. And we'll also just find another Karn and get a statue at some point. Never mold the 60 months. They go come back. I want to open this link for that one deck. Okay, this looks very good. Okay, just give me a second. Let's kill my opponent real fast. $11 spells. Sorry, 11 life. And I guess 11 spells. Boy, do I love Aetherflux Reservoir. What a beautiful card. Okay, I'm going to click submit, run it back. I'm going to take a look at this list. So this is Mardu. This list won this tournament. Dude, main deck Culling Ritual to ramp by killing your own creatures is pretty unhinged. Only playing one Turn Timber is weird too. You would think that you'd want to like cast it off your Culling Rituals maybe. Maybe I'm missing something. I guess you are also playing Castle Garenbrig, which I do like Castle Garenbrig. One Archrude's Charm. This is like the most Japanese deck list I've ever seen in my entire life. It won. I do love Fnatic Avronis. Excited to see Saffron Olive play it. Let's keep this. Oh yeah, Seth is going to play that for sure, right? How could he miss it? If you're Seth, you should probably maybe tag him in the tweet so he doesn't miss it. But I'm sure he would love that deck. And I would unironically click on that video. Ooh, no second land. I hope to not join you in the missing your second land club. Okay, you're gonna have to be lonely, opponent. I do want to get Basic Mountain for Harbinger, although it's going to be a little bit later probably. Although, maybe we're going to miss our third land. Having Omniscience of the Yard is good, though. Worse. That's okay. That was not the right time to do that. Oh, they wanted to grow the Goyf. Okay, I guess that's fine. But I think they would maybe want to, like, cycle the Lantern. Okay, we'll take the Woodland, and then get a little hope end of turn. The Haruya deck looks really fun. I mean, we used to play, like, Mono Green Stompy with Predator. Like, there was, like, a window where Predator Ooze was really nuts. Or, like, sorry, somewhat playable, is what I meant to say. Oh, we bricked. Okay, it's fine. Might lose this game. I was legit hoping MHC make that deck competitive. Maybe one day. So the problem with playing a ring next turn is Consign. So maybe I'm going to play Spyro. Also, no Bowmaster up means probably a good turn for Spyro. Although think I should probably rumble first. I could hit a land and an Omniscience. Okay, take the land. So I'm gonna discard Ring Spyro, maybe? I might consign the ETB. Okay, they didn't. So looks like I'm gonna be 1 mana short of discard Omniscience to the Spyro and activate. Okay. It's kind of hard for them to counter the Spyro. They need like a Stern Scolding and. Seems like I should just hope they don't have another source of graveyard hate in their hand. Yeah, I agree that Chalice of the main is pretty good at the moment. One top, one bottom. Untapped Sulphurous Springs. Jump, jump, jump. Oh, okay. So I'm not okay. I was like about to relax, and then I I realized we're not quite out of the we're out of the frying pan, not out of the fire, because they still have had a mana there. We can even beat a surgical because we have double woodland activation available. Although, okay, I messed up there. I guess I should use the tap woodland. But that was mostly if they had one of these up because they could bounce the Omni Nomni. Okay, so let's see if they have a counterspell for my ring. They do. So I can resolve Karn, and I can Infinite Storm, and I can Infinite Storm, and I can get Reservoir in play, but I don't have the next spell to finish the loop-de-doop. So Cityscape Leveler loses to a removal spell. So I probably am just going to get a ring here. Obviously have some hits that get me there. Not that. EE and 1. I think we should just ring. Because again, we're weak to my opponent drawing a piece of graveyard hate, but that's kind of it. And then we get to draw a lot of cards for next turn, and we could even we get one extra card, I guess, by copying the ring with Woodland, but that doesn't matter as much, I guess. Bridge was an option. Bridge was an option, yeah. The problem with Bridge is that my opponent still gets to kill my Karn with Frog. And then things get like a little weird. So they have 3 cards in their hand. How many will they discard to the Frog? That's 1, 2, discards another Frog, makes sense. Then draws a card off the Frog. That's an interesting one. Because I do have a lot of mana to cast a bunch of spells post Omniscience, but I can't do my like full loop. And I've drawn another land. Dang. I guess we go to game 3. I mean, I guess I can Spyro flashback this turn. Though I'm actually dead if they just discard their hand. Could maybe find a Seed of Hope. Copy ring on instep, you go to 1. Well, I don't have the mana because I have to do this first. If you copy a Planeswalker with Woodland, it just dies if it doesn't have loyalty counters, and you can't really get loyalty counters on it. Okay, to game 3 we go. If we had any spell in our hand too, we get to win the game that turn. Or any other spell, the turn we cast the Karn. Beat Dimir twice earlier. Oh, sorry, I should be bringing in some Haywire Mites. Yeah, Spyro kind of feels like weak link. Could also Woodland ring, sack the ring. Well, I still take the 2 damage on my upkeep. Is the problem, but I think you'd have to do that on end of turn first. We didn't have the mana. Okay, let's mulligan 6 lands. Fable. Let's keep this one. Back Commercial District. Utopia Sprawl is the nuts in this deck. Do you ever throw Statue out as another blocker? I guess we could have gone Karn. We could have gone Karn, Statue. Pick up Karn, Cityscape Leveler. That might have been better. Leveler is kind of tough for them to beat. Should have cast Cash Grab. Yeah, we just talked about that mono green list. It was so sick. It's the most Japanese deck I've ever seen. Deck was cooperating on the first league. This one's been a little bit less nice to us. All right. Drinking anything nice today? Some tea. It looks like I'm drinking beer at 1 a.m. or 11:30 a.m. Astra's been getting these lately. They're pretty good. Okay, opponent's at 7 live. Plays his Death Shadow with 2 mana up. I cast the One Ring. Not really expecting this one to stick. I think our plan is maybe we can draw Fetch Land and Traverse for a Spyro. Samo, 26 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Appreciate you. Well, I guess I could chump with my Spyro and Traverse for a Spyro. But they're just kind of, we're kind of now maybe a little too slow. Maybe not. Because now it's kind of tough for them to counter the Traverse or the Spyro with only 1 mana. So that's looking kind of promising. Third Omniscience, not the best draw probably. Okay, so if we could find a Woodland and they don't have Graveyard Hate, we can be in good shape here. I think Psychic Frog, Shielded Ring, maybe a thing. I mean, you can splash for Psychic Frog in the Necro deck, and it's probably fine. Do they still play Stubborn now? We've been stubbed a few times today. Stubbed our toes some. But it's also at 7, so they gotta think a little bit about their life total. Do you think we should probably chump? Well, that was easy. No Surgical? We beat Surgical before. Probably can't beat it this game. Nice. So I'm going to cast this first, so if they have Sink into the Stupor, we still have Omniscience active. This was not looking like that winnable of a game. Okay. I guess that's fine. Maybe I should have let on Seed of Hope. Okay, that is not the best hit. So if I send with all of my creatures here, I put my opponent to 3. Seems like the math works out to attack here. Are there any alcoholic drinks you like? Yeah, I don't know. I like I like alcohol, but I don't drink a lot these days. All right, let's put my phone down to 4. Usually just on D&D nights. I think we still play this out. This way they just have a hard time attacking with both creatures. Which I think is where we want to put them. The position we want to put them in. We can also, in theory, copy Spyro, just attack for an extra 2 points. What is the white splashes for? Okay, so they're going to name Omniscience with this. And they would currently be dead on board to me woodlanding my Spyro. No, sorry, they would be going to 1, which... Oh no, they didn't exile the Omnisciences from my graveyard. Could just be a black surveil land. No, there's no chance that they're playing the 5th. Like this is the 5th surveil land. Oop, did not mean to click that. So I keep forgetting to tap the woodland. Okay, I guess. Not playing around Spell Pierce. Would it be a bro move to assume those Omniscients are exiled? It would be a bro move. I guess I could have. We're probably going to win this game anyways. It's just like a little bit weird to do this. It's also like... It is a little bit different from in paper, but in paper, like, your opponent is also capable of, like, just forgetting to, like, click your Omnisciences or get your Omnisciences out of the yard, you know? And it's like, it is a little bit weird. I assume they cast together the yard. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. All right, well, hoping that they don't spell pierce me, I guess. So much Dimir today. I was thinking I might play the Helga deck today if I didn't play against Tron at all. I'll play against Tron one time. We'll see. Also, does anyone know when the 64 drafts are going to be available? Are they up yet? Uh-oh. No, don't stop this, please. I need this to resolve. Well, let's draw land. 20 minutes, thank you. What's my Helga update? So I was working on Helga, like we were talking about, trying to play Helga. Let's go to game 2. I was trying to play Helga with, in cutting Helga for Null Drifter and Ugin's Lab, but I ended up not liking that very much, so I kind of just want to run it back as was. It wasn't like the deck was bad, we just played against Tron a ton. That matchup was bad, I think. I was kind of circle back. I'm gonna play at least one Haywire Mite here. I think we just bring in one as a traverse target, and then if we see that they have Damping Sphere, and maybe like a bunch of Artifact Brace Graveyard, hey, we should bring in more, but they might just not have that much. I ended up 3 trophies in the feeder leagues over the weekend. Which is kind of funny that I got that many when they, like, last time I bricked kind of hard. I feel like I ran kind of bad. But you only had the 3-0 last time. This time you had the 4-0 to get a trophy. I had one opponent playing for the 4-0 who like beat me with the sick top deck game 1, and then was talking in the chat about how my deck was so good they beat me game 1, and then they were talking about how hard it is to 4-0 a league because they thought there was no chance they would beat me games 2 and 3, and they were right. They did lose, but I did think it was very. I thought for sure I was getting cursed. That they were doing the classic get that complaint equity so so you win anyways. But my deck was really nuts. I had Academy, Workshop, Soul Ring, Mana Vault. The deck was crazy. Yeah, D-Sphere doesn't stop Sprawl. It is a little bit weird. But D-Sphere stops our Omniscience stuff, kind of. It's not like the best hate against us. Just, Cityscape Leveler them sometimes. I'll just take another land, I think. I wish they have normal vintage cubed in the week for practice. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, at least they have the elimination, but it would be nice if they just had regular leagues. Well, to some extent, like, I was kind of relieved. I was kind of relieved when they closed entries. I'm like, okay, great, I get to do something else. I just like feel so obligated to play. Alright, we're about to Omniscience them, so let's just draw some cards. Try to play through multiple counter spells. Yeah, I'm planning on streaming. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. I didn't get Delirium. I thought I already had it. I'm gonna stream some of the 64 persons. I'll probably do like 2 out of 3 on stream. 1 off is most likely. Okay, so now we have Delirium, but now we need to dodge Graveyard Hate and Harbinger. But it is nice to be pretty resilient to counter spells in this spot. Oh my gosh. No, dude. I can't. I'm just misclicking like crazy. What? They cling my ring instead of my... What? How did that work out? What just happened? I targeted the wrong league. So the wrong card. And they just cling the wrong thing. And then they don't have enough cards in the yard to cling again. What the fuck? Am I just... I guess you just... My subconscious knew the line. My subconscious knew the line. I didn't know the line. I don't know. I feel bad, but I don't feel that bad, you know what I mean? Sometimes you misclick and it wins you the game. But also, like, my opponent, like, punted pretty bad, too, because it's like, my ring would have been tapped, but, like, they just didn't think too hard, which is fair. Leveler is so hard for these decks to beat. They have another Spyro, or another Bowmaster. That would help. So if you don't know what we're doing with the statue is you cast statue, bounce itself infinite times, that's infinite storm, and then you get to I do Karn, Griselbrand. Holy guacamole. And then you get to Aetherflux Reservoir your opponent. So I don't have another leveler, like I guess Metamorph wouldn't kill the Bowmaster anyways. Draw 7, excellent line here. The thing is, it is actually right to draw 7 here in this spot, but after you Aetherflux Reservoir. This is maybe the first time I'm Griselbranding into the Bowmaster. You can Karn for ring, then draw 7. I mean, it's just better to get Reservoir. Just gain 9, and then I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win the game, which is sick. Can you statue leveler? My opponent countered my statue already. But we would have if the statue wasn't already gone. That was maybe the weirdest game I've ever played on the stream. Just like, I misclick, my opponent reflexively clings because I misclicked, and I win the game because of it. Very fun. Okay, I'm gonna go use the restroom while we wait for game 3. That was so fun.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike. What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
This is an interesting one. I think we gotta mulligan this on the draw. Maybe not. So we can go, like, turn 2, Seed of Hope, Hope to the Forest, Utopia Sprawl the Forest. We're kind of off to the races. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Pretty close. If we draw a Forest to turn 1, this hand's great. Okay, hand's great. Hope we don't have Harbinger. We could just lose to that one, maybe. Did beat a Harbinger earlier today. We beat a Harbinger by hard casting Omniscience, because we get all this blue mana. Kevin with the 4 months. Thank you, appreciate you. Welcome back. I guess I'll play around Stub by rumbling first. Alright. Table Salts, 2 months. Welcome back. Appreciate you. Uh-oh. Oh. Thought they were about to slam Harbinger. Love that resolved. I guess I'm going to hold the Haywire Mite. Discard it to the Fable if they don't play Damping Sphere. There's also 2 types for Delirium. I guess I don't need it that bad. They put 1 card on top, 1 card on the bottom. I am snapping off this block. Please just play Bowmaster. Thanks, opponent. So I need to dodge Force Negation. I need to dodge Surgical Extraction, I guess. And I also need to... I guess I could just discard the Boseiju. Then I'll have instant sorcery land, so I'll have Delirium, and then this could be my spell to win the game. Because if you go Karn for statue, you need to have 1 other spell in your hand for it to be a deterministic kill. So we have the win here, so we've, if we win the game turn 4 through Counterspell, Spell Pierce, double Bowmasters, I'm hoping. I'm going to click very intentionally here. Alright, I cast Karn. Do we get Force of Negations? No Force of Negation. Okay. It's looking pretty good. Okay, the problem here, though... Okay, I would tell them this segment. I'm going to cast Statue 40 times. 50 times. Then pick up Karn with Statue. Then cast Aetherflux. Then cast another spell to kill to win. Seems like we've only played against Blue Black. Yeah, and I don't think we've lost to them yet. Which is good. Yeah, I need to type that in Notepad to copy paste. But we may be doing some clicking here. So the problem is you can't copy from Magic Online Chat. But next time I'll type it in chat, then copy it. So you can check the storm count by looking at your sideboard and just see it says 8 spells this turn. Nine spells. 10 spells. 11 spells. 12 spells. 13 spells. Oh, right. Sorry. I forgot we have 2 spells in hand, so we can actually... We can do this much easier. Tell us about my D&D campaign. Oh, it's so complicated right now. We're about to end a 2-year-long campaign, 2.5. That's the sequel. That was the sequel to a 3-year-long campaign. My character who died got resurrected. I got reincarnated as a devil. I can shapeshift now. They just forced the reservoir. I mean that might be why they're waiting here, right? But if they do, we keep playing. All right, so let me check now. I have a storm count of 22. So Karn, reservoir, gain 20, gain 20. Yeah, I'll just do that. Although, like, they should be forcing the Karn instead of the reservoir. Yeah, after 5 years, we found the path in Pathfinder. Okay, well. Glad that they made that mistake, I guess. Your turn? Don't think I'd play my land. Think I should just hold it. Don't know. Kind of wish they had forced... I guess they want to get the reservoir out of the deck, I suppose. How do I storm off next turn? Well, all this stuff is exiled, so I could just Karn. I could Karn for the reservoir again. But you also don't need to storm off. I'm probably just going to cast Cityscape Leveler as my current plan. So casting this so that if my opponent has Cling to Dust, we can just hard cast this next turn. Is there can't be countered line with Karn in case they make you do a force negation up? You'd have to make Karn uncounterable too. Not like a good one. There are cards you could play. You could just play Veil of Summer. But the thing is, it's like we've beaten blue black like 3 or 4 times today, or this would be like our 3rd or 4th win against them probably. This is the counterspell, discard spell, Damping Sphere, Graveyard Hate deck, and we're like stomping them. And that's because Shifting Woodland is just so good against counterspells, discard spells. And so obviously like you'll Omniscience, and then they'll counter some of your stuff sometimes, but you just get to do so much that you still win the game most of the time. You know, I said we had to dodge Force Negation there, but I guess our opponents can also just punt. Okay, so kind of weird that we don't have a... I guess we could play Boseiju on turn 1. That's probably okay. Yeah, maybe put back the Mountain. Registration we go live soon. Thank you, Benny. Blue-black should be decent against Jeskai. Maybe. They're pretty weak to Flage. But maybe. Blue-black is great against Blue-red Murktide. There we go. We found it. Okay, second Swift Spear opponent today. I haven't played against any, like, energy. No, low energy. Stream. Alright, down to 21. If this is Burn, the double Seed of Hope is pretty funny. Alright, gonna Surveil with the Foothills here. Can go double Rumble next turn, maybe. That one's pretty good against us. That one's pretty good against us. Although I guess I could just ring, maybe. I could take 5. We'll see, we'll see. Do still need to put an Omniscience in the yard at some point. Could also Haywire Mite this, maybe. So Griselbrand is obviously, like, fine to have in the yard, but they can stop me from gaining life with the Griselbrand here, so it's not... Oh, do not want to put that into my hand. So it's not exactly ideal. But now, so, okay, I guess I need to draw a spell. But I can go Chump Block the Swifty. I can go Chump Block Swifty. And then I can go... Okay, we're not chumping anymore. But I can take 5 from the Rolling Vortex and just ring. Oh, okay. Let's take a quick look at the 64 queues before they fill up. Thank you, middle. Although, is it Premier Events? Okay, so there's one tomorrow at 4:30. There's one tomorrow at 9 a.m. 9:30. Okay, let's do tomorrow at 9:30. And then another one at 9:30. Okay, they're all at 9:30, 4:30. Okay, let's just do the 9:30 ones. Or maybe I'll do 2 9:30s. Is the 16th? The 16th is a Friday, right? Yeah, I don't want to do... I'll do this one maybe off stream, the 4:30 one. Got 3 tokens. Okay, thank you for alerting me that. So next 2 days, you're going to be doing 64 player... Oh, double Rolling Vortex. The 64 player events, trying to spike one of those. Okay, now we should win. Just gonna take 10 on turn 4 against the burn deck. No big deal. Is there another round of feeder leagues? I think that there will be another round. There should still be like 6 more weeks like of the event going on. I'm gonna be streaming. I'm gonna be confirmed streaming tomorrow and Wednesday, the 64 player events, and then I might play the 431 off stream. I might play it on stream, but I'll stream the first 2 on. Okay. Dang it! Why am I doing this? Okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, thank you, Iceman. Thank you, Iceman. Love you. There's a lot of Rolling Vortex triggers for my opponent to not be winning the game here. Is it 5 more? I think the first week of 2 people qualify. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, and it is hard to keep track because the structure changes like every single day. So, like, it's fine for them to make me click through here, because, like, what if I just don't have another spell in my hand? This is such a funny game. All these rolling vortex triggers. What are you going to do with Infinite Storm here? Okay, so we're going to make Infinite Storm. Then, after we're done making Infinite Storm, we're going to use Statue to pick up Karn. Then, we're going to cast Aetherflux Reservoir. Then, we're going to cast another spell. This is a loop that we figured out when we were brewing a lot in Timeless with Omniscience builds. They're like show and tell Omniscience to play do this. You cannot reveal your hand on Magic Online at any time. Oh, it says, I don't know what Aetherflux is. I was gonna say no worries, I'll show you in a sec, smiley face, but I feel like the smiley face might have been a little... But I don't want to show it to them and then not actually be able to do the loop-de-loop, but it's okay. So we need to get the Storm only to like 24, 25. Because we have 2 spells. Does Rolling Rock Omniscience? It does, but we cast a Ring this turn. So we went copy Omniscience, cast Ring, take 10. And then now we have protection from the vortexes. Okay, so that... I'll do one more, I think, but I think that was enough. Yeah, I have. Thank you for letting me know. We joined the 64s. We're gonna stream them tomorrow and Wednesday, and then I might play Wednesdays or Thursdays off stream. I signed up for the 4:31. Just depends on how the week goes. So I guess if my opponent had held up the Rolling Vortex mana, would have been a little bit convoluted. Okay, so let's bring in these mites. I don't know, should I be... I don't think I bring in all 4. I think I keep 1 as a Karn target. And then I think I'm going to trim a Traverse, a Cash Grab, and a Spyro. I'm going to keep the rings in. Hope that helps. This hand's okay, I think. Just... Let's see, if they mulligan, I'm definitely going to keep. Yeah, they mulliganed. Like, there's a good chance they would have mulfed for Rolling Vortex, and then if they do that and I mite it, it's just going to be so good against them. Down to mull to 5s. Yeah, so really hoping they just mulligan for Vortex. Fun game 1. I'm going to Surveil turn 1 so that my opponent doesn't play around Haywire Mite. Okay, down to 14. 3 cards in their hand. They are all spells. Is that what should have been closing ceremonies? No, I don't have TV. Gonna wait on the Haywire Mite again. Just gonna catch the Cash Grab. Might need to run it out at some point. Just block with it. Go stream online. Oh, okay, well. Oh, I had not really been keeping up with the Olympics because I didn't have TV, you know. I think Stockwick and Breach is good. Is there anything you dislike about the list? They're pretty good. I wouldn't change very much. I'm down to 6 after the fetch. There's a Omniscience. Still need a Shifting Woodland, I guess. So I can blow up my own Utopia Sprawl if my opponent makes me. Otherwise, I'm just going to try to chump. Here in Brazil, the 2 weeks of Olympics are streamed online on YouTube. Jealous. Pretty cool. Okay, so we'll Look for a woodland off the Goblin Guide. There's a Karn. So let me block here. So I go down to 1, then up to 3. Then I guess down to 2 as I surveil. Traverse can also be a woodland here, although, you know, I have to like draw stuff off the ring. Alright. So we beat sorcery speed removal, or a sorcery speed burn here. I guess I wait to tap the ring until after they don't play Rolling Vortex, because if they play Rolling Vortex, I'll have not wanted to tap the ring. Did the Skullcrack also, although, you know, did any instant speed burn spell. They have 1 card in their hand. It should be a spell, because they missed their land drop last turn, although I guess it could be Searing Blaze, and it could be Lava Spike, Rift Bolt, Skewer. They're not, like, immediately trying to pass and burn me on my upkeep, but it does seem like our opponent's not, you know, the most experienced. Yeah, playing some patterns here, I think. Okay, they're just trying to see if this works. This does works. Game 3. On the play, which matters a lot. Another good game. Yeah, thanks, Warren. Definitely ran pretty hot in the feeder leagues on Saturday. Hopefully, it would be awesome to win one of them. It would be awesome to win one of the 64s. It'd be so cool to do this event. But I'm having fun at least playing some Cube. Cube for stakes is like so weird, but really fun. Yeah, it's good for them to yeah, it's okay. They're not the most experienced. They're trying to figure out, does this work? Yeah, so we're gonna be streaming 264s tomorrow and the day after, 9:30 a.m. CST, 30 minutes after the usual start of the stream time. You keep this. We can cash grab into a red source. We probably can Omniscience on turn 4 on the play against Storm. That should be good a lot of the time. Sadly, no squirrels. Yeah, it's like, it's just, I was kind of relieved on Saturday when they closed or on Sunday when they closed the entry. I'm like, okay, I can prep for the stream now and go to the gym. But, okay, opponent is on that mold 6. And it's fun to, you know, daydream about drafting the Cube IRM. For D&D's 50th anniversary, one of the secret layers is using 7 classic D&D art through the era. Cool. 1975? What the awesome Faithless Looting. Incredible Faithless Looting. Alright, let's unban it. Let's unban it. It's time. It's fine. You win. Let's get it back in there. I wanna play with this one. Beautiful Goldspan Dragon. Perfect art for the Goldspan Dragon. Iconic art. Reality Shift. Cool. I think looting would be too good now. I don't know. I think it would be like a top 5 modern card if it was legal in modern at the moment. Probably like, you know, not as good as Nadu, but probably top 3. I would put it above the ring. Okay, so we didn't find a red source. I think I don't grab it. It's weird. I guess I should grab the Haywire Mite. But I kind of wanted it for card types. Looting's kind of always too good. Well, if Kai says it's true. It's just like, one thing too about looting is, there's like so much design space between highway robbery, faithless salvaging, faithful mending, and faithless looting. There's a lot of space in between these two cards that we could explore. And I guess highway robbery was supposed to be like that card. But I like 1 mana, draw a card, discard a card, flashback for 2 has been something I feel like I've been wanting to see for a long time, and you know, maybe we'll see that, maybe we won't. Okay, so no lands in our top 5. They bolt me instead of the Mite, which I guess would imply they don't have a rolling vortex. Which I guess is good news. A fetch land wins the game. Too easy. Flashback 1 red or red red. I kind of think it would be like red on the front side and then blue generic on the back half, but you could play with it. That's like a conversation for, play design team. Would a version that has the flashback cost increased by 1 still be good? Do you mean Faithless Looting that has flashback for 4? It would be still probably a little too good, yeah. Okay, so let's get a 4-1 prediction going. We 4-1'd our first league. Lost playing for the trophy. Hope we can do something for the believers today. We'll keep this. Traverse for land number 2. Might mulligan on the draw. Probably would keep on the draw still. I think with double Spyro in hand, we should get Mountain. We do get really punished if we draw Utopia Sprawl, but it's probably just correct. Okay, pretty bad if that got countered. Very small chance that I would want to fetch first surveil land off that Wooded Foothills. We'll just I think we'll just get Forest. It's kind of weird. So we can get Boseiju to play around Blood Moon, but that's only good if we draw another land. I think it's better to get Forest to play around Blood Moon a bit better. We have Karn for Haywire Mite still, and just also a bunch of red cards. That's interesting. I'm just gonna play Seasoned Pyromancer. Just doesn't get Spell Pierced or Force of Negation. So Enchantment in the yard. And then we'll just do this for Delirium. We have Seasoned Pyromancer. Also, dude, looting in this deck would be so crazy in this deck. We're playing Cash Grab and we're winning. Alright, so we need a Woodland. Got a lot of dig for it. Okay, not the best affair I've ever seen. If I don't draw a Woodland, I am just gonna slam the One Ring. I guess now I'll go Rumble first. Because I could hit Woodland off the Rumble and win, but Jeskai they're so soft to a Resolved Ring. They're like way too soft to it. Oh, maybe I don't know. Maybe builds are adjusting. Okay, well, we'll just put Karn into our hand, I guess. Maybe they're adjusting, but maybe they have a Force of Negation. But for a long time, it's just you resolve your ring against Jeskai, it's over. They have not built their deck to be able to beat a resolved ring. Okay, down to 14. No Woodland still. Seems like I should play Karn. Plus Karn to get out of discharge range, probably. Oh, okay, fair enough. Put it on the bottom. Alright, we're 25 cards deep, no Woodland. We get a Surveil, we get a Draw Step, we get a Ring Tap. We also have 2 more Traverses in the deck. Oh, sorry, only 1 more Traverse in the deck. That can also be a Woodland. Can Cash Grab into it, too. Gab, thanks for the raid. Hope you're doing well. We're on our second league with green-red Woodlands today. We 4-1 to first one. Second league's looking kind of good, although we are 35 cards deep without finding a Woodland game 1 against Jeskai. But it is game 1 against Jeskai, so they're going to have a hard time if we are able to find it. Got 3 tokens in the cube over the weekend. I registered for 9:30 tomorrow and the next day, or in the morning. Why, time zone's a little different in France, and then evening on Thursday. Artrav, 3 months. Thank you. Welcome back. How many did you get, Gab? What's in the finals? Rough. So they can't subtlety me. I guess they could double flage, but if they double flage, I have the Seed of Hope. So we should be fine to Seed of Hope here. Yeah, I think I did like 9 drafts. 9-ish. How to get 3 tokens so fast? My secret Vintage Cube streamer. Before I was like a modern streamer, I loved Vintage Cube so much. I was like regularly like on the top of the trophy leaderboard, like top 3, a long time ago, like 2016, 2017 era. Me and my friends would draft Vintage Cube weekly for years. I played a lot. I played tons and tons of Cube. Okay, finally found the Woodland. This is game 1, so we don't need to be too scared of stuff. Although it would have been nice to find another Omniscience in the hands. I guess I can Seed of Hope looking for another Omniscience because we want to cast it to play around Otawara a little bit. Yeah, but I do love Vintage Cube. I'm a big fan. So I'm just gonna Utopia Sprawl here so I can play around Otawara. That should be like the only card that really matters a lot here. I've been doing pretty well in like limited tournaments lately. Got like 2nd place at the sealed PTQ in Minneapolis. Wait. I didn't win a sealed RCQ. How does Sprawl help against Otawara? It's because it sets me up better for next turn if they Otawara my Omniscience. So I'm going to start with a ring here because I want to, if they have that Otawara, I want the lowest chance of me dying. But we could die to Otawara. Okay, well, maybe they just don't have it. This is bait. Oh. When the flip, do it. Yes! Yeah. So I think I Aetherflux Reservoir first this game, so that if this gets countered, then I can know to get Cityscape Leveler or something. I'm at Spike in Minneapolis. The so excited showed me the seal deck. I was nodding politely. I have no idea what the format was. I remember that, yeah. Okay, another Force of Negation. So let's see if this Karn resolves. Probably not. I'm just dead to the Griselbrand. Okay, so it seems like they're like, I'm just going to counter whatever you get off Karn. But I have a Cityscape Leveler. So with this, we've maybe, caught a punt. Although we're probably just going to be dead to double Flage. Although maybe I could draw another Seed of Hope or something. What a fun game. I'm not sure if I have any Seed of Hopes left in my deck. But I'm just putting myself in a spot. They're going to be at 2 life, so it's not like we really need to do too much. Also, their ring is turned off too, so they have to have double Flage already in their hand, which they might. They have 9 cards in their hand. They can also probably kill my Karn. I see 3 Seed of Hopes in the yard, so I guess we have a Seed of Hope to possibly be able to win this game if they do double flage me. At the very least, the games today have been so fun. Our first match, we hard casted Omniscience because my opponent Harbinger of the Tides does, so we had blue mana. It's been awesome. Awesome stream today. My sealed deck in Minneapolis was sick, though. Just blue-black bombs. Or do we rumble in a challenge? I'm at the point where I'm pretty close to wanting to play this in a challenge at some point, probably Friday. No attacks. Damn it. Sorry. I mean, they would have just not cracked their fetch, but yeah, I should have attacked with my token. Oopsie doopsie. It's kind of a complicated turn. Oh yeah, it was the same match. But our opponent, we had Omniscience in play because we casted off Woodland, and our opponents countered 2 Karns, and then they attacked with a frog and a Bowmaster, and Archmage Charm targeting me to kill me. But I drew Seed of Hope off the Archmage's Charm, and I gained 2 life to go to 1, and then untapped in 1. It's an awesome game. So it looks like they're going for the Flage line. Maybe not. They're just figuring out how to tap. Okay, they're trying to tap the Power Stone for Flage by the looks of this. So we're gonna. So it looks like if they double Flage me, we have a 5 in 16 chance at drawing a Seed of Hope off of the ring. We can't use Woodland to copy ring and do anything. One, because we don't have Woodland ring in the yard, but the trigger is just going to be on the stack. So at the moment, it looks like we have a 5 in 16 chance of winning. Okay, I wasn't expecting them to do this. Are they just going to cast another ring or like Supreme Verdict me? Okay, so they're going to kill my tokens. I still have an 8/8, so they're going to Solitude this. I also have Griselbrand in the yard I can copy. So I go to 3. So I think I want this Woodland in my hand so I can copy Omniscience with this Woodland, and then copy Griselbrand with the other one, maybe. Alright, so I'm going to play this Woodland. Just Guy player is missing lethal, of course. Yeah, the 8 Rumble is kind of a misnomer. Sorry, I should have tapped this ring first. I think that's okay. I don't have that many cards left in the deck. It is kind of a misnomer, yeah. I mean, my opponent has to have double Solitude here. Yeah, I should have tapped the ring earlier. Just still kind of stunned I'm alive, you know? Okay, that is not the right time to do that, probably. So they're going to Subtlety and block, maybe? So what if I went Karn, Ancestral Statue to pick up the Cityscape Leveler and killed the Dress Down? Because right now I think that their plan is to play 2 Subtleties to block. Let's just attack. Can't. Oh wait, the statue doesn't have the ETB trigger. Duh. Okay, so now they're at 3. What a weird game. I also could have played this game a lot better. So, what is the play here? So, Karn in play stops them from, like, having an easy-ish time. I mean, they might force this, but okay, cool, they just concede. But, like, they're gonna have a hard time, like, tapping the ring in their upkeep and, like, solituding and stuff. They'd have to have discharge to do that. Just Mite the Dress Down. Well, the Mite also doesn't have abilities. Weird game. Obviously, like, it would have been probably a lot easier if I remembered to tap my ring that turn. Okay, deck tech for Bram. Give me 1 second on sideboarding. Although I don't think I'm sideboarding. I should play a Haywire Mite in the main, probably, just in case. Just in case. Trimming a grab, probably. I'm gonna be able to traverse for this. Fanatic Wave, okay. So this is very similar to the Naya deck we played, but playing black instead of like Nethergoyf instead of Flage, basically. You gotta play more baubles probably in your Shifting Woodland Goyf deck. Honestly, you might just want to cut these Delighted Halflings. Like, you have 8 ramp spells that can play your 4-drops on turn 2. Halflings are fine, I guess, but if you cut the Halflings and you just play 2 more Bauble, 2 more Thoughtseize, that's probably how I would play the deck. I would not play Phyrexian Tower in the deck probably with no Bowmasters. I would play the 3rd Woodland over almost for sure. It looks pretty good. Yeah, but I think I'll cut the Halflings for 2 more Thoughtseize, 2 more Bauble. This hand's close. Obviously, double Omniscience is a little bit awkward, but got a lot of ways to discard these, and hard to mulligan a Sprawl hand. How does Kicker interact with Omniscience? You can still pay the Kicker, but you have to have the mana to pay it, or whatever the Kicker cost is, I guess. Not always mana. I'm just going to cast Seed of Hope right here. If my opponent has a counterspell and they see I haven't played my land yet, they might think I'm trying to use this to find a land. Okay, I'm not going to put that Omniscience into my hand. The Kick Mycos Bomb would cost 2 mana. Yes, but you would need a colorless mana. Ooh, love to see Surveil here. Taking Spyro, I think. We got Delirium. Spyro's a bit better on your Omniscience turns. So if my opponent doesn't have Graveyard Hates or Storm Hate, they're kind of boned. And if they do, we just play a Karn or a Spyro. If I play Boros, Mardu Energy, how to feel? Both decks are good. I think Mardu's a bit better than Boros, but Boros having access to Blood Moon is good. I also like Jeskai with Mockingbird a lot lately. Who's got the combo copy pasta? I think the Cauldron's a bit narrow to turn your Spyro into a Griselbrand, but I like the thought. Thank you, Talus. Oh right, it should just have been the clipboard. So for those that didn't know, we're gonna we need to build up our Storm first with Statue, then pick up Karn with Statue, then play Aetherflux Reservoir for the win. And we can check our Storm count by looking at our sideboard at any time, which is pretty nice. We could even do less Storm too, because we have 2 spells. Statue's such a funny card. Yeah, Woodland just like being a Woodland combo deck makes you so good against counter spells. I'm glad that the Woodland Omniscience deck is finally like I've been having this vision for the deck since MH3, and I just it took a long time to like actually get to like a playable state. right, let's check. Look at the sideboard. Check on the. Okay, 24 spells. With 2 spells on hand, we don't need to do the full 40. Yes, I'm going to be streaming at least the first 2 64-player drafts. Okay. So, back-to-back 4-1s. Let's do another one. Or at least start another one here. I had breakfast today, so feeling up to league number 3. So yeah, I might start tomorrow stream just like 30 minutes later so I can do the Vintage Cube draft. We'll see.